Good afternoon, it's a lovely day. Or is it evening? Let's say good evening. Hello there, my name's Seth. This video is a statement of intent. I'm going to make a longbow, but it's not the sort of longbow that I've made thus far. This is a very different sort of longbow. This is a Japanese longbow we're going to go for with this one. This is Pacific yew, Japanese yew. So it seems fitting. I know very little about this longbow. First thing I found out was that it comes with a style of shooting. It's known as the way of the bow. I'm not going to try and make any Japanese pronunciations. Aside from the Yumi, this longbow is called a Yumi, I believe. But the way of the bow is a style of shooting that's very methodical. Each stage is supposed to be very, very thought out. It's like 8 stages to the thing that you have to focus on. And yeah, you shoot a big long arrow from an anchored point. And I think you hold it something like that. From what I've seen, the angle of the handle is quite dramatic that way. So this is all based on literally just what I've seen. I'm going to do a bit more research into it, but the principle is pretty solid, really. It's pretty established. It's made from, or the design comes from a branch. So it'll be shorter, thicker at this end, longer, thinner at this end. I have to knock staves into things, don't I? How are we going to do this? This one's a good candidate. I've got a few others. Not the best one, that, but it did have a bit of a belly, and then we got a slightly thicker one here as well. All of them have their particular issues. I think the one I started with is the strongest one. Seeing as this is my first one, no problem starting with a non-A grade piece of wood. Well, you never know as well with these. It could make it look more attractive, all these little imperfections. But anyway, this is going to make up the back of the bow. We got no knots down here, so that's going to be the back. So naturally this will be the face. So we're going to be removing this material here. Start planning it out now before I make any actual cuts. I may do a stage by stage of this, or maybe edit it all together. I will be learning as I'm doing, as ever. So the first thing to try and remember is the handle. I think it's a traditional bow, so a very traditional handle. No particularly engineered shelf, as it were. I think you shoot off the hand with these. So we're going to need to retain a nice chubby amount of material in the handle, and they also deflex reflex, I'm pretty sure. So I can see here that's pointing the wrong way. I'm not sure how strict that is in the engineering, the design premise for this type of bow. This is the sort of thing we're going to find out from my cursory observations. Let's see if we can find a balance point on the wood as well. I guess that's what it comes from. If you just pick a raw branch, like something like a hazel or a birch, excuse me, it'll be thicker at the bottom than it will at the top. So naturally the balance point, whether it's an even tiller or not, but the balance point is in the middle here. Sorry, not in the middle here. Slightly offset. I guess, yeah, you have to try and maintain that balance point as you take material away. The looks of things, I think my handle wants to be right about here. It's going to be set slightly that way, and we want to try and make it deflex reflex. What do you reckon? I think it's going to be 76 inches. Oh, I was thinking about this earlier actually. I was going to make it 76 inches long because that's the length, the longest string I've got. But with this sort of design, using that string, the serving point on the string that I've got is going to be up here. The serving for a string for this one is going to need to be same offset as the handle. But that string that I've got, that I'm intending to use for this one, isn't going to work. Or I can cut the serving off, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Probably going to have to order up a new strain for this one. So yeah, wish me luck. And take away here. Take away here. It's already got a bit of a bend to it. We can already floor till it just a little bit. So hopefully going to end up with a nice strip of wood with no knots in it. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm hoping this one's going to be cool. Yeah, first time for everything. But a lot of the principles should stay the same. Yeah, the uneven tiller is going to be the tricky bit. So yes, like I say, wish me luck. And thanks to everyone who subscribed. Honoured and humbled, and I will, well, yeah, this is me doing my best to try and bring more interesting content. It's going to be either very fun or very frustrating and disappointing. Either way, we'll learn. Right, nice one. Take it steady.